Fog Wrestling, what do you want to talk about? Well, back, guys, to the channel. And Cody Rhodes is simply just, I don't know, he's scraping the barrel here when he talks about The Rock and potentially CM Punk interrupting his own story at WrestleMania. Who does this guy think he is that he's owed this story? No one's owed the story in wrestling. It's whatever the head booker wants and whatever best for business. No one cares about Cody Rhodes finishing the story against Roman Reigns. If they were going to do it, they should have done it last year, right? I don't want to beat a dead horse by repeating that, but that's exactly what they should have did. The only story, right? If they can get The Rock and The Rock's available for WrestleMania, the only story that makes sense is Roman Reigns against The Rock. It might not be able to happen again, and new jobbers out there want Cody Rhodes to take on Roman Reigns again. I mean, honestly, if Cody Rhodes takes on Roman Reigns again, I'm not convinced he wins. I'm not convinced. He has done an interview with BleacherReport.com to promote the 2024 Diary Royal Rumble, and here are the highlights. This is him talking about his potential Mania 40 opponent. He says, I'm winning the Royal Rumble. And then I think we're supposed to wait and say, hey, this is who I want to challenge. If anyone's watching the story, then they know exactly who I want to challenge and when I want to challenge them. And they're right, that wrong, it happened at WrestleMania 39. Of course he's got a beef, right? With Roman Reigns, but let's not forget, like, I mean, the guy's got a beef with Seth Rollins. I mean, he was 3-0 up over Rollins. If you remember, if you cast your eyes back, man, Scooby Doo. Then he talked about The Rock, and he said, right, this is on The Rock potentially interrupting the story. He says, you mentioned the great one, The Rock. Nothing but respect for him. I went and saw Jungle Cruise. I'm a Rock fan. I don't think he's the type that would come in and meddle with a story that's been told over the past 2 years. I think he's probably up to something else, but you never know with WWE. I'll be watching just like everyone else when I'm not wrestling. End of quote. Right. No, I don't get though, right? So, obviously Cody's not part-time, but see when he get injured, he was off for 8 months after he tore his, whatever the fuck he tore, I can't even remember. He came out of that Hell in a Cell and he injured wrestled, he wrestled injured, sorry, against Seth Rollins. It's like, you've come back after an 8 month layoff. What's the difference between Cody Rhodes coming back after 8 months out and The Rock coming back after, like, over a decade since he had a last proper run? Like, what? No, wait, where do you draw the line? Wrestling's all about draws and fucking stars. The only people that want to see Cody Rhodes instead of The Rock are the marks, right? They're the only ones that want to see it. The Rock is going to bring so much eyes back to this product and so much money and so much ratings in the build up to WrestleMania. It would be television suicide not to let The Rock do this. Like, I think it's kind of funny because The Rock could potentially be shafting CM Punk out of a main event. But the way I look at it is, I think Cody Rhodes has got to win the Rumble in order to challenge Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I don't think CM Punk has got to win the Rumble for him to face Rollins at WrestleMania. But I think CM Punk is going to win the Rumble, and I think The Rock's just simply going to be taking on Roman Reigns because it's just quite that simple. Now, the key thing is the Rumble is in Tampa, Florida. The Rock, he's got those ties to Florida. It seems like every time he appears in the arena, it's Florida. I'm expecting The Rock. Will he be there on Saturday? Who knows? But I tell you what, it's going to be damn entertaining if he is there on Saturday, that's for sure. And then he talked about CM Punk for a wee second. He said, CM Punk. As far as I'm CM Punk, that's one of the things that make the Royal Rumble itself so special. CM Punk also feels very strongly and deeply and passionately that he's going to win the Royal Rumble. I don't know if in the past there's ever been this amount of top talent. Jey Uso, McIntyre, Sami Zayn, this amount of top stars who are vying for it and have a true opportunity. Is Sami Zayn even in it? I'm not even too sure Sami. I thought Sami Zayn's out injured. Honestly. What? I think just you've got The Rock though. He's been appointed TKO board of directors. They'll want to end. They'll want to push The Rock here. I think The Rock's main event in Mania against the big dog. Like last year, it was penciled in. It was supposed to happen. The Rock's came back twice since then. Didn't really talk about it in September. 1st of January, day one Raw, he comes out and openly acknowledges in it, but the head of the table. Like, I think even if The Rock doesn't appear, right, at the Rumble and win it, I don't think that means it's game over, but If he appears, he's winning the Rumble, and it's quite that simple.